Yo. How's everybody doing? Can you hear me? Oh no, my sweater is green. I didn't realize that. It's going to be a little bit of a blind spot. How's everyone doing? Can you all hear me all right? Is the volume okay? I wonder if I should trade sides with this thing. Yeah, fuck it. How's everyone doing? Y'all miss me? I missed you guys. Feel like I was gone forever. But I'm back. I'm back. Cool. What is up, Miguel, Dean, Jordan, Kyle? How you doing? Dialer Turden. What's up? What's up, Slim from Germany? What do I know in Germany? Guten Tag. Cool, Crypto Man. Fidel, what's up? Mic is a bit soft. The mic is soft. Is the mic soft now? Try turning up your speaker maybe, because I do think the mic is okay. But obviously if other people are having issues with the mic, let me know. What's up? A lot of familiar names here. Glad to see everyone coming in to tune in for for the stream here. So I'm happy to be back. So much has changed. It's only been 2 weeks. It feels like it's been longer. So we'll get some kind of just quick stuff out of the way. Then we can talk a little bit about Dubai if you guys want to hear about it. We can also, obviously, any questions you guys have, anything you want to know, you can let me know. And then I will get into the charts. We'll go over Bitcoin. We'll go over Ethereum. We got a big weekly close coming up. So we will talk about that, what I think might happen this week. And yeah, so excited to announce, very excited to announce that going forward, my streams are going to be in partnership with Delta and Delta Exchange. So I know you've probably been seeing Delta posted a lot on Twitter recently by a bunch of other, traders and influencers like myself. They're a growing exchange, growing quite rapidly actually, and I'm going to be taking my talents, just like LeBron took his talents to South Beach. I'm going to be taking my talents to Delta Exchange. So I'm really excited to be working with them. This is something that's been in the works for a little while now. We had been in conversations about working together, and we were, finally able to come into make an agreement to make this work. And so I'm going to be partnering with them on all future streams as well as my altcoin videos. I'm also going to be trading on this exchange. So if you'd like to trade on this exchange with me, click the link that I got in the description of this video, delta.exchange/Mayne, M-A-Y-N-E. You get a 10% discount on fees. And you can get up to $30,000 in a deposit bonus. So if you deposit a certain amount of money based on kind of a sliding scale, the more money you deposit, the bigger the bonus is going to be. I believe the minimum deposit to be eligible is $5,000. So a couple things you do need to know about Delta. One of the reasons I'm working with them is I am an international man. I'm Mr. Worldwide like Pitbull. So I am in Canada, I'm not in the US, and so Delta is an exchange that me as a Canadian can trade on very easily without a VPN or anything like that. It is available for many countries around the world in the same sense. Unfortunately, at this time, as a US resident, you would not be able to trade on this exchange. That's something you have to take up with the boy Gary Gensler or Mr. Joe Biden, because they seem to be really putting the gears on a lot of these exchanges in the US, unfortunately. But if you're Canadian like me, if you're from Europe, if you're from Australia, you can trade on Delta Exchange, and this is where I'm going to be doing my trading. So quick overview of the platform. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. If you've used any sort of trading exchange, it works very similar. Tons of different things that you can trade on here. tons of different altcoin pairs. You can trade futures, obviously. So with leverage futures contracts, you can trade spot. They have move contracts, which is essentially betting on volatility, which is a really cool way to trade if that's something you're interested in too. They've even got options on here. They've got yield strategies, all sorts of stuff. So if you guys are interested in learning a little bit more about what Delta has to offer, maybe I will do a video where I solely go over the exchange itself, the layout, how do you get in orders, how do you actually operate within the UI to, you know, put in a trade and things like that. You know, what are the move contracts? How can you trade them? How do the options work? How can you trade those? But everything you would expect from kind of a trading exchange in 2021, you get here on Delta. All of your order entry stuff on the right-hand side, fully customizable chart with kind of built-in trading view tools. You got your calculator here because I know all of you use risk management, so you want to calculate your position size, where's your stop going to go, how do you make sure you're not risking too much, all that fun stuff. So I'm really excited to be working with Delta going forward. If you have any questions, obviously let me know. With that out of the way, let's get into it. So if you have been watching the charts, we've made a new all-time high on Bitcoin. So we went from thinking the bull run was over to a new all-time high, all within the span of, you know, a little over a month. So pretty crazy times right now in the crypto market. I do think that things are going to continue to look bullish. It's just a question of whether we, you know, kind of bounce where we're at right now, or if we see some sort of larger correction before we get that next leg up. I am pretty confident that we see Bitcoin trade higher than here. I don't think this is how the bull market ends and we do this. I'm not in that camp. I think any sort of bearish kind of argument of this being a lower high complacency shoulder, initially when we had this really strong reaction here was kind of blown out of the water, but when we made the higher high and then blew out, you know, the bearish order block that caused the initial dump, you know, at that point, if you're a bear, where's your idea wrong? And to me, it's wrong, definitely above this high. And I mean, you know, even if it was above all-time high, we even went above there. So if you haven't been bullish for any of this, right, you're not going to make it. No, I'm just kidding. But if you haven't been bullish for any of this, now's the time to absolutely start looking to buy the dips. I know we have this big, you know, nasty looking swing failure pattern. The weekly candle looks kind of fucked. But I don't think after this strong of a move here that this is the candle that, you know, completely reverses that thing. I think it's much more likely, if anything, we get some sort of pullback, maybe down into here, and then continuation to the upside, to the promised land, to Valhalla, and perhaps even a 6-digit Bitcoin. But for now, we're going to talk about some kind of intermediary kind of trade ideas. So what can we be looking for in the shorter term? What can we be looking for trade-wise this week? Setups on Bitcoin, setups on Ethereum, and then as usual, we will take a look at some. We'll take a look at some altcoins as well. So save those altcoin requests for the end, guys. Please don't spam the chat with them quite yet. When I'm ready to go over altcoins, I'll let you guys know. You can spam the chat and then we'll take a look, okay? So I'm going to take a quick read of the chat here and then we're going to just get into the charting here, okay? Yo, what's up? Okay, glad to hear the mic is good. I'm happy to be back, Flair. Mayne, will you drop your ETH? I will send you some keeps. I don't know what keeps is, but I will accept free money. Yes, Dubai. Yeah, we can talk a little bit about Dubai. Can't see the neck in the hoodie. I have a very funny picture from Dubai where my neck looks abnormally large that I might post. I haven't decided yet. Love your TA. Thanks, Nuno. Hell yeah, Delta is dope. Have you badmouthed Delta in the past? No, sir. I am Delta. Delta is me. Look at my cool logo. You dumped Bybit. No, you know, our contract ended, and Delta and I have been in talks, and we decided that it made sense to work together. But nothing really changes for you guys other than the logo in the corner here. And if you want to support me, obviously, clicking the link in the description. Yeah, it's a great sign-up fee. I mean, 10% off trading fees is a lot. Why am I so blurry? I don't know. I don't think I'm blurry. Thoughts on Lakers versus Memphis? I hope the Lakers win. They've looked kind of shit the first 2 games of the season. Does Delta only take customers with a thick neck? Probably. Delta in Surrey, not that Delta. Hey, Mayne, do you have any information on Delta work in South America? I do not. You can try signing up and seeing, but I could definitely ask for you. Okay, yes, please. Damn, son, pitch it. Get the bag. It's all about getting the bag. It's all we're doing on here. Everyone is out here trying to get a bag. I'm encouraging my friend in Colombia to get into crypto, but the access is very limited. I don't know what's going on in Colombia exchange-wise, but I do know that they work where I am. Can you talk about the liquidity on Delta? Whenever I look at the charts, they look very illiquid. So on your major pairs, the liquidity is as deep as I think it needs to be for the majority of you. I'm trading, you know, multiple $100,000 contract size on BTC and Ethereum. So anywhere from 100K to, you know, a few 100,000 and even bigger sometimes with zero issues. Obviously, as you're getting into the larger and larger position sizes, you do have to be aware of, you know, how you're getting in and out of positions and things like that. It is a growing exchange. It's not on the level of FTX or Binance yet. It is growing, but I've had no liquidity issues on the majors. Obviously, on altcoins, it's a mixed bag. You got to do a little bit more research, look at how thick the books are and how liquid things look before you just ape in huge size into an altcoin futures contract. I had that same problem trading on Bybit and trading on FTX. If I'm trading some obscure altcoin, all of a sudden I realize I'm, you know, 40% of the open interest. It's no bueno. How's the liver? The liver is absolutely fucking ravaged. It was a very, very long trip. And I basically drank for the majority of it. So it was a lot of drinking every single fucking day with some absolute fucking degenerates. But I had so much fun. But yeah, I'm in heavy detox mode right now. What's up, Senpan? Good to see you. Love you too, man. You know, Mayne, you look like a criminal. I am a criminal. I'm stealing fucking something. I don't know. My brain is not fully there just yet. Weber, greetings from Luxembourg. What's up, man? I love the people from Luxembourg. Super fun. Did I end up streaming with Roman? Not yet. We have been DMing, though. That is something I want to do. Were you rooting for Rookie or Loomdart? Both of them are my friends. So either one of them winning, you know, I would have been happy. But I personally, I wanted Rookie to get the win. Rookie's the homeboy, so I'm glad that he did. Mayne, did you get gay in Dubai? No, I did not get gay in Dubai. Mayne, they're saying, why are they saying you're a Make-A-Wish? All right, you guys, you see the hair? It's called a buzz cut, okay? It's called a buzz cut. So any of my homeboys that buzz their hair know that, oh, my head is itchy. Under certain lighting, your buzz cut can look like you're bald. So that picture is just extremely, extremely unflattering. And it didn't help that I'm taking a picture with like 3 of the most handsome guys in all of Twitter. But just the way that the light was in the arena, it made it look like I was like completely like skinhead bald. And I don't know, the angle, everything, it was just a very unflattering picture of me. There's a reason I didn't post it because I feel like I look like shit and those guys look really good. But yeah, the people start saying I look like Logic. People start saying that I look like look like I'm a Make-A-Wish kid, like I got cancer, and me being someone that loves a little bit of self-deprecating humor and has no confidence issues and have no problem with making fun of myself or leaning into a joke about myself, I joined in on the fun, and it ended up with me getting actually followed by John Cena. So I guess that's a win for me. But yeah, I do not have cancer. I do not have, I'm not a Make-A-Wish kid. I'm not going through chemo. The joke is probably in pretty bad taste, but I thought it was pretty funny. But yes, I have hair. It's not fucking, it's not as thick as it used to be 10 years ago when I had a big afro. I shave it myself. That's probably why it looks pretty uneven right now. But yeah. So that nail in the coffin there. Do not have cancer, and fuck cancer. If anyone is offended by those jokes, I'm very sorry. It was just a joke. Okay. Is Delta available in Ontario? Yes, it is. You sound different since you got verified. I feel different since I got verified. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Getting verified was very strange. I didn't expect to get verified. I've applied before and been denied, so I don't know what I did different to get verified this time. It is kind of funny how salty some people are on Twitter about me getting verified before others. I didn't do anything special. I just applied again and it happened to work, but a lot of people who are talking shit also are in my DMs asking me how I did it. So take that for what you will. But yeah, I got the blue check mark, so your boy's official. We're taking over YouTube next, but verified on Twitter feels pretty cool. Okay. Tell us what Barney the Boy did. I can't. That's a secret. I'm sorry. Just know that Barney the Boy is every bit the legend that you think he is. Did you really get the hairline surgery, bro? Come on. No, I've never had fucking hairline surgery. That was part of the joke. I would never get hair implants. Seems like way too much work. When I go fully bald, I'll just continue to shave my fucking head. Okay. Yes, I used to have a massive afro back in the day. Am I an island boy? Oh my god. All right, cool. So I think we've done enough reading of the chat here. Let's get into the charts. Let's talk about some potential trade setups. I'm just gonna fuck with the lighting here as it's getting it's winter now in Canada. It's pissing rain and cold, and it sucks and I hate it. I need to move somewhere where it's warm all the time. See if I can. Sorry, guys. Is that better? Is that making it worse or better? Oh, yeah, that's better. Okay. Cool. So let's get into the charts, guys. And again, save your altcoin requests to the end. So we have our Bitcoin 3-day chart here. So if you've been following me for a while, you'll remember that we posted this scenario when we were trading right here. Okay. We were trading right here. I posted this 3-day order block. I said, let's see if we come down, retest the OB, retest this old range high, and then launch it to new all-time highs. So it played out exactly kind of as we predicted. Did I long here? Yes. Did I hold my long all the way through all-time high? No. I started trying to short or at least hedge when we came up here, because if you remember, you pull your fib from here to here. This is that sweet spot. And I said, okay, if we're going to make a lower high, I think it comes here. So I took some off the table here, but now that we've broken out of this, I'm back in long mode. So we got a good long from here to here. And now, yeah, we missed this move. That's okay. Now we're looking to get long again for the next leg up, because I do believe that this is a higher high, right? And we're going to be making a higher low either here or maybe lower, and then trade higher. That's kind of the plan. But really nice to see that very clean 3-day order block reaction, right? We came down into it, test, boom, level to level. You would have taken profit here. So even if you just did kind of your classic 3-day entry here with no lower time frame kind of set up to get a better risk reward, this is almost a 5-hour trade just from there to there, right? So pretty nice trade. Happy with how the analysis played out. And, you know, obviously the fact that we just busted through this level and we're now retesting it, to me, is quite bullish. You know, I'm leaning bull for a variety of reasons. I mean, I think this was clearly accumulation. This move out of the range and then a perfect higher low test and then obviously expansion and another higher high, all super bullish. ETF approval, super bullish. Everything looks good for another leg up before potentially some sort of monster correction. Altcoins are holding up really well. Lots of reasons to be excited. Lots of reasons to be bullish. The only really bearish scenario that I'm seeing is this current candle, right? We've had essentially a swing failure pattern, you know, of all-time high. We've got the weekly candle that's going to close quite ugly. And so naturally, I'm not surprised that people are questioning, you know, is this a double top or whatever? But personally, I think like the ugliest scenario here is if this closes how it is, which it looks like it's going to. The candle closes in 17 minutes, and I doubt it's going to close green unless something happens, would be like a move back into here, right? And if that happens, right, this just looks like a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low. Like, I don't think this is bearish. I think we can come all the way into the low 50s and still look really good. So it's about not losing your hat in this, you know, in the in-between part, right? You don't want to get chopped up in this downtrend here, mini downtrend, before the next leg up to, you know, another new all-time high. That's the difficult part of the game right now. I think it's clear that we go higher, but it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a straight line. Bitcoin likes to fuck people, right? Pull it back, make people get scared, short, right? Run it back turbo, right? Sell it all the way off. Get people scared, sell it all the way to the lows again, and then launch it, right? People start getting bullish, pull it back, right? Launch it again. So I'm not really surprised at all if we see something like this, a bit of a pullback and a shakeout before continuation of the upside. It doesn't have to happen, but you got to be prepared if it does. So the two scenarios that I'm looking for, obviously, are going to be this zone holding here. So this was resistance. Now it could be support. So if we can hold this area, that could be all we need for the next leg up. Or if we're going to see a larger correction, this breaker here, right, is the next area of interest for me, right? This would be the area that I'd probably be looking to buy the higher low, right? And this is probably, if I'm just eyeballing it here, right around the 50% fib. There you go, right into the 50. If it goes deep, into the 6.2. So that seems like a pretty logical area for a higher low if we're going to get one, right? The more shallow low would be kind of more around the 382 up into, you know, here. So that's the question. How deep does the pullback go? You know, are we going to come down to this one, or are we going to be just having a brief pit stop here and then continuing, you know, kind of from where we are? So I don't know yet, but I'm kind of waiting to see on the lower time frames what PA looks like. You know, what kind of PA develops here. You know, do we get some sort of deeper pullback here where we kind of have, you know, one of these, right? And then back above, you know, maybe we get something like this, and then that's your long trigger, that's your risk, back into here. I don't know. There hasn't been enough PA. I also haven't been paying enough attention. I literally got back like yesterday? No. What? I got back the day before yesterday. Oh my God. I'm still quite jet lagged. And I have not been on my computer. I brought a laptop with me. I opened it like maybe once. I'm opened it like maybe once. This lighting is gonna drive me nuts. I opened it like maybe once while I was away. So I have not been very plugged into the markets. I've just been in spot and chilling. So it's going to take me a couple days to get back into the groove of things, get back in my routine, get going to the gym again, and just getting my headspace back where it needs to be to start trading more aggressively. But for now, I'm leaning bullish, and it's just a matter of, okay, where are we going to find that support? And once we start showing the low time frame, wanting to kind of get back in line with that high time frame trend, that's when I'm going to, start piling into longs. But I'm pretty confident that this is not the top. I think a weekly close above 60K, even though this candle looks fucked, I think a weekly close above 60K is bullish, and dips are for buying for the meantime. And right now, one trend that I'm seeing is anytime Bitcoin goes up a little bit, alts are going up a lot. So if we do get some sort of dip this week, I think that's going to be a pretty prime opportunity to get some wicked entries and setups on long or on altcoins. I mean, okay. So in terms of setups, looking here, okay, 12-hour market structure is bullish. Okay, there's your low. There's your high. So we're at the lows of this range, right? So if this range is going to maintain bullishness, we've swept some lows here. It's got to go up from here. We effectively had a perfect kind of breaker, right? This is your SFP candle, right? From over there. Here's your breaker, right? So that was a really nice breaker setup that played there, right? Broke down, retest, sold off. So to me, the next area of interest, I think, is right here for a potential retest. Like if this is going to go down more, right, there's a little fair value gap in here that hasn't been tested, and this order block hasn't been tested. So if this is going to roll over, I think it comes up here first before rolling over, if it does. And alternatively, this also gives us a very clean potential long idea. If we were to come up here and flip this zone, you just pile into longs because this order block's already been hit. I don't think it offers resistance the other way. So I'll zoom in and I'll show you what I mean. Right? So we're in the lower part of that range here. We've got a big old gap here in price that needs to be filled. Okay, so there's a fair value gap right here. So I wouldn't be surprised if price comes up into here. Even if it is going to break down, I think it comes and runs these highs, fills in some of this gap before it goes down, if it is going to go down. And if it's able to get above here, I don't think this is resistance. I think if we get above here, you long it to a new high. So this is kind of the area of price that I'm working with right now. This being our range, okay? We're in the lower part of a bullish 12-hour range. I now need the 1 hour to start putting in bullish market structure for me to get long. If we come up into this gap, into this bearish 12-hour order block, and we show weakness, so if we come up like this and then do one of these, right, I'd be looking to, either with a stop there or there, I'd look to short this thing into a new low. But for now, I'm not in a position. We're at the lower part of the range. We're on high time frame support. We're within that 3-day order block here. Right, we're within the 3-day order block, so we're on high time frame support. So I'm looking for the 1 hour to maybe flip bullish and give us a long trigger. You could argue that we have kind of an SFP right here. This is your breaker, right? So technically, you could do this. Personally, I don't know. It's Sunday. I'm not really with it right now. But technically, this is a trade right here. Something like that, little breaker baddie, right? But not something I'm interested in taking right now. I'm going to let today's price action develop and just kind of wait and see. But these are the levels of interest that I'm working with. This is the range that I'm watching. This is the range that I'm watching. We are leaning bullish here. So if we can get some bullish low time frame PA here, I think we'll get a move back up to 62, 63. And then if we show weakness from there, then we can look to potentially short for another leg down. But for now, sitting on my hands, I don't really know what's going to happen yet. So I'm not going to take a trade. I'm not going to force anything, right? As it gets darker, I'm going to have to keep cranking up the light. Am I a Toronto ting? No, man. I live on the West Coast. The weekly BTC candle looks like an island boy. I'm an island boy. Island boy. Yeah, that shit is funny. What if I do like white screen? No, you gotta open full though. Does that help? Hold on. My lighting is fucked now that that's terrible. What about green? Ah! Sorry, guys. The lighting is just bad because it's dark in here. Because it's winter now. And normally it's bright out when I do these streams. And now it's like dark. And so I don't really know what to do. I need like a proper light like up here. You know what I mean? Because right now I'm just fucking with my nano leaf. And it's fucked. I don't think it's very good. Okay. Tattoo the blue check mark on the noggin. Yeah, man. When you gotta come out and tell people? I'm telling people right now, I do not have cancer. Knock on wood that I never get cancer. Fuck cancer. It's a terrible disease. What do you think of wonky stocks? Kaleo's the homie. I think they're pretty cool, man. I'm not like very sophisticated in the NFT world, but it seems like it's growing pretty fast, which is awesome. Yeah, John Cena is about to give me the 5-knuckle shuffle, man. When he finds out I don't actually have cancer. What's the difference between blue tick and no blue tick? Since I have a blue check mark, I'm like one of society's elites now at this point. You think Jeff Bezos, you think Bill Gates, Elon Musk, the Rothschild family, Warren Buffett, anyone who's been president, the Masons, the Illuminati. I'm in that level now. I think I'll probably become a reptile person at this point. I'll get invited to one of those meetings. They'll probably turn me into one of those immortal reptiles. Because I'm one of the elites of the world now. Non-blue checkmark people are untrustworthy. Yeah, I mean, it's a sad existence, really. I don't even remember what life was like before the checkmark. I don't know, man. I think getting verified was pure luck. And I'm happy that it happened because now it's harder for people to scam using my name and that stuff. But I am no better than any of the other accounts that are non-blue check marks. I do think the fact that I'm doxxed, like you can see my face on YouTube, helps, but I don't know. That's just speculation. Daily bearish market structure. So where do you see daily bearish market structure? I see bullish daily market structure, right? You have a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high. This is your higher low on the daily. There's your higher high. So as long as we're not closing below this low, the market structure on the daily is still bullish, according to me. According to you, it might be different, but you're wrong. Or maybe you just look at market structure differently. Seasonality is on our side now too. Yeah, generally November, December, right? Bullish for Bitcoin. Not allergic to a discussion, but it's nice. You're pretty much confirming my entire bias. Lemma, good stuff. Glad to hear. My fave Make-A-Wish kid. I'm never going to live this down, am I? Gap filling relevant to any market? Yeah, I believe gaps like to get filled, ladies. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. That was disgusting. Oh, that's gross. That made me feel gross. Yes, also relevant to your mom. Me and Biff on the same wavelength there. Do I use log or linear? I use linear. That range also has a high time frame order black. I think you mean block. You racist. From the previous all-time high. Okay. Mayne, do you trade the Canadian BTC or ETH ETFs in your TFSA? I don't trade them, but I do have investments within them, but I don't actively trade them because it's not how I like to trade, right? In and out, in and out. I know what my fees are and shit like that. I don't have to, I just put money in them and let it grow. I know the lighting's good now, but it changes. It's getting darker outside. The lighting's going to change. You'll see. I know I should buy a decent light. I do have some money. I have a couple shekels to my name. Mayne, what do you think of ITC kill zones? Do you find the concept that apply to crypto markets? How about you just check them out yourself and you tell me. The kill zones are just times around key session openings where there's often volatility. So yes, I do think they apply to crypto. How do you feel about eating ass? I'm against it. Before joining the Masons, you should. Okay. All right. Let's get back to the chat. Okay. Or to the charts. So Bitcoin. Hopefully that's pretty clear. I'm just gonna give you a quick summary, and then we're gonna move on to Ethereum. I'm sorry if this stream seems a little bit all over the place. It's my first one back. I got to get in the groove of things, and I lost a lot of brain cells hanging out with those fucking guys in Dubai. So. First area of interest for longs, we are in right now. Second area of interest for longs is going to be this one. Okay? 53, kind of 52, 53K, down to about 50K. Looking for a higher low in either here or down here. That's the high time frame plan with the expectation of either this or this. Okay? This is obviously the most bullish scenario. This is wipe out some, late longers who longed right into all-time high. If you're leveraged long heavily above like 62, 63K, yeah, maybe you should be scared. But I think if you're long from down here, right, or down here, I don't think you really have anything to worry about at this point. But that's the kind of high time frame outlook. Low time frame, we're still bullish on the H12. We're in the lower part of this bullish range. We have swept the lows. This looks to be like the magnet for price for me, 62 to 63K. And then we see what happens in there. I'm thinking that this candle will push up and close and we'll at least test this order block. And then maybe we do get another leg down. Or if we come up here and we consolidate and then we flip this 63K level, I'd be looking for longs into the high and to 70, okay? 70K Bitcoin, that's fun to say. All right, weekly just closed. So we closed as a big, ugly swing failure pattern. So next target obviously is 0. But I'm just kidding. I think that this could be a little bit of a trap. I don't know. Maybe it's not, right? Big weekly swing failure pattern. What happened next? Boom. But even if that's the case, right? We should see some sort of move up here before another leg down. And then maybe, we catch a bid. I don't know. But I wouldn't think that this candle is enough information to make a decision on a macro basis that we're going way fucking lower. It's not a bullish candle by any means, but I wouldn't, sell all my spot just because the weekly closed like that. I think we want to kind of wait and see. Let some PA develop, right? You got to remember, I think we closed... What did we close here? Didn't we close as like an SFP on ETH somewhere recently? Maybe not. I could have sworn I remember some sort of fucking high time frame SFP, whatever. Regardless, I think plan seems pretty clear, right? Is everyone happy with the plan on Bitcoin? Does it make sense to you what I'm looking for and why? and what my plans of attack are when we get to either of those zones. For now, here we either do this or we do this. That's kind of what I'm looking for. High time frame, looking to get long here or down here. If given the opportunity, the low might already be in. This could be the low. Oops. This could be the low, and we could just trade higher, or we could come a little deeper into this zone. I don't know yet. Waiting and seeing. But for now, we're in the lower part of this 12-hour range, so I'm not looking to short here. I'd rather be looking for reasons to get long to at least the mid-range and potentially the top of the range. All right, is everyone copacetic and clear on the plan for Bitcoin? My friends with Moon Carl now. No, fuck Moon Carl. What's up, bro? How you doing? No, I use closes for market structure, right? Like to me, this is your key 12-hour low, right? Technically, you could say this is your 12-hour swing low, I guess, if you wanted to. I like this one because it's the daily low. That's the daily low. Well, actually, technically, sorry, this is the daily low. But yeah, if this wicks through here and closes above, it's not a break in market structure to me, right? It's got to be a close through to be a break in market structure. How long did it take me to go positive? I don't know. I mean, I made money by just being in crypto for a long period of time, but from like a day-to-day trading, pulling money out of the market consistently, it took me a couple years. Cool, Thomas. Happy to have you. Show how to draw fibs. Okay, you press the fib button and you pull it, and the fib appears. I have my fibs reversed, right? So to see my bearish fib, I pull from a high to a low, okay? And to see my bullish fib, I pull from a low to a high, just like that. Okay. What's up? Charlie took my acid. You ain't moving nowhere warm. You'd miss snowboarding too much. Yeah, but I can go on snowboarding trips. I don't need to live where it's fucking cold all the time. I do need a lighting guy. How does it feel that John Cena thinks you're a Make-A-Wish kid? Feels pretty good. The fact that John Cena might be thinking of me at all is all I need. If he's thinking of me because he thinks I have cancer, I mean, obviously not ideal, but he's still thinking of me. Okay. Okay, looks like everyone is on the same page. Check. Okay, cool. Let's get in to Ethereum. I don't know what all these fucking lines are. But Ethereum failed to make a new all-time high, or did it? Is it depend on the exchange? God, I've been away for like 2 weeks and I feel like I've missed so much. Okay, so yeah, didn't make a new all-time high. Pretty fucking close. But Ethereum looks really good to me. You know, the setup is very similar to what Bitcoin had play out, right? We had our accumulation here, okay? We had our breakout of the accumulation range, and then we had a big pullback right back into the range highs. Okay, that's exactly how Bitcoin played, right? It's exactly how Bitcoin played. Accumulation, right? Breakout, retest the range highs, another leg up. So to me, Ethereum looks really good. I'm bullish. You know, you look at the weekly, Ethereum just made a higher high. So while Bitcoin's close was ugly, Ethereum's made a higher high here on the weekly. after this big pullback, it's made a higher high. This looks like it wants to extend, and this could be one of those situations where, you know, maybe we get an early week pullback, but then Ethereum, you know, drags the entire market for the next leg up and actually leads the way. I don't really know for sure. We'll obviously have to wait and see. But that would be a pretty good look for alts, and obviously a pretty good look for Ethereum. And if Ethereum looks strong, you know, that bodes well for a lot of altcoins. If Ethereum is going to, you know, have a big move and Bitcoin is going to go up as well, we could see a lot of alt USD pairs perform very well. You look at Solana, for example, it's fucking looking Chadley as fuck. So yeah, it looks good to me. Like on the high time frame, Ethereum looks good. Where would I be looking to, you know, get long on Ethereum? Similar to Bitcoin, there's two kind of areas, right? One that we're interacting with right now is right here, okay? Ideally, this is, you know, here's your, go watch my order block video, right? Here's your down candle, okay? That caused a break in market structure to the upside. We're now looking for bullishness here. It's already retested this. It doesn't mean it can't retest it more or come into it deeper, but this is a very clean setup. This is a high time frame order block as well. If we come in here again, I think you're looking for reasons to get long Ethereum for another leg up. You know, and the number that jumps out to me is 5K. It's that big round number, psychological level. I think that is the next target for Ethereum, and I think that we probably get there from here. Can we go lower? Sure. But, you know, I mean, maybe we come down to this breaker block here between 34 and 36. But this is kind of, you know, I'm by the dip mode 100% on Ethereum here for another leg up, whether it's within this 3-day order block or potentially deeper. If Bitcoin stays above 60K, you know, 58 to 60K, that region I marked out, I think this is where the low forms on Ethereum. If Bitcoin goes to 52K, 50 to 52K, which was that lower area, I would think Ethereum bottoms between 34 and 36. So those are going to be the areas that I'm looking for to get long on Ethereum. Ideally, it just holds where it is right now and it just launches and we continue the up only. But I am aware of, you know, potentially a deeper pullback. I'm not leaving that out of the cards, you know, down into the lower 3,000s as Bitcoin potentially drifts into the lower 50Ks. But I would much rather just, you know, this is the pit stop and we just continue up. But looks good to me. I think Ethereum looks better than Bitcoin, to be honest with you. You know, where are we from a market structure perspective? There's your low, or your high, excuse me. Here is your swing low, right? So this is a bullish 12-hour range here. Any sort of move, you know, below these lows here into this, I think are a buying opportunity, to be honest with you. So we'll see if we get it, right? If we get a little bit of a dip early in the week, set the low of the week early, and then fucking Chad McChatterson our way out of here, right? Alternatively, if we make a higher high above here, I think you just get long towards 5K from here or from here. Looking at the hourly, I would venture to say, like, you know, like this is kind of where I'm watching here. So some sort of pullback in here could be a long, but it might already be gone, right? Make a higher high above here, and I like our shot at going and running this high, right? Up into, like, you know, 42 to 43K. 42 to 4,300, excuse me, 4,200 to 4,300. But right now, you know, your range on the hourly, right? 12-hour range is bullish, right? So what is your hourly market structure? Well, you know, we just made a high here. That's your low. So if we're going to see a pullback into this order block, I think it's a long. But if we make another high here, you know, you could long an SR flip of this level. We're coming up to it right now. But again, no trade for me currently. It's too early in the week. My head is not in it. I want to wait and see some PA develop, but I'm leaning bullish across the board. Buying dips, looking for breaks of resistance, SR flips to get long. That's kind of my go-to plan for the week, is to look for reasons to get long. Same thing on Bitcoin here, right? We talked about it running the lows here. Let's see if it can push up into this kind of 62K, 63K area and then see. But I'm bullish, and just waiting, right? Let's see if we get a dip into here to long, I'll long it, right? Get a deeper dip into here, I'll long it. Otherwise, I'm going to wait and see if we can flip some SR levels and then get involved. But this looks pretty bullish to me right now. Make a high above here, 4,200, and we probably test that high again. Look at your weekly open play here. Let's see. So that's your weekly open. So is the low of the weekend? I doubt it, but maybe. But if this does this, right? That's a short trigger down into like here. I don't know if that's going to happen, but you know, that could be a little fake out to start the week. I don't know yet. I'm not really interested in looking at the super low time frame right now, but mark your weekly open so you know where it is. But right now we're sitting and waiting. We're going to wait, let some PA develop. But I do think that this week at some point, Bitcoin comes into here. Comes into that 12-hour order block. That's what I'm expecting. All right. Yo, thoughts on Sol, or you only cover BTC and ETH? I'm usually just covering Bitcoin and Ethereum in these videos. I'll look at some altcoins at the end. Are you a fiend for a good tummy rub? I don't know. Are you offering? That's a weird question, but I guess yes. Who doesn't like a good tummy rub, right? Tummy rubs are great. So, but yeah, I'm going to need to see some pics before I decide if I want one from you. Don't send me pics. Moon Carl said he's better than you because he has hair, and that John Cena only follows you because he thinks you're a Make-A-Wish kid. Well, Moon Carl can suck my left nut. Did you meet any Dutchies in Dubai? I did meet some Dutchies. I met a bunch of Dutchies. Thoughts on Sol? I'll look at it at the end. Guys, save the altcoin request for the end, please. If you had the opportunity to live in Dubai, would you take it? I don't think I could live in Dubai full time. I don't know. I like nature. I like culture and just kind of the city that I'm in feeling alive. Dubai reminds me of Las Vegas. Not somewhere I could live, somewhere I could definitely visit. And if it makes sense for me to live there part of the year, something like that, then sure. But full time, absolutely not. And it's fucking far. It's far from where I live, right? It's 20 hours of flying. What's the fastest you've heard of somebody becoming a profitable trader? If you're going, I get this question all the time, right? How long did it take you to become profitable? How long until I'm going to start making some money? If you're going into trading being like, oh, how soon am I going to make money? Your mindset is fucked already, right? Do not enter this. If you're already being like, how long until I'm good? You're fucked, right? It could take years, right? Maybe some people pick it up faster than others, but it is a marathon. It is not a race. I've been trading for fucking damn near 8 years now, and I'm still learning shit and trying to improve, right? I still make mistakes, right? So if you're going into this thing being like, okay, how long until I'm good, right? I think that's the wrong mindset, right? Like, go talk to any professional athlete. They don't just get to a level and stop trying to improve. You know, I've heard of people becoming profitable in 6 months, but is that because they're profitable, or maybe they just joined during a bull run and, you know, when the market turns bear, they're going to start losing money. It takes a long time. This is a skill you're trying to learn, right? So don't rush it. And if you're going into it being like, how quick can I get rich, right? You're probably not going to. I think that's the wrong attitude to have. Are you in Bosun? No. When BitBoy versus Mayne in Dubai? If he wants to fight in Dubai for the next fight, I will absolutely fight him. If BitBoy had cancer and his make-a-wish was to spend the day with you, would you do it? Of course I would do it. I'm not a monster. He looks like a monster, but I am not a monster. How did you like Dubai? Dubai was fun. I don't think I experienced a ton of real Dubai because there was just a lot of partying and hanging out by pools and stuff and eating at fancy restaurants, but I still had a great time hanging out with my buddies. For someone trading with 50K, what do you think a reasonable target for the folio for this bull run is? Hard to know what's reasonable and not get carried away with the $1 million folio Twitter post. Yeah, I mean, it depends. Are you trading? Are you just putting in some stuff and holding? I mean, let's assume Bitcoin can go to 100K this year. That's, you know, almost a 2x, right? So I think at least a 2x plus is reasonable if you were to just buy and hold Bitcoin, and we are going to see new all-time highs. But that's really hard to say. What's your risk tolerance, right? Like, there's no easy answer for that. I think it's funny when people are like, hey, if I had 500K, how much money can I make by the end of the bull run? And people are like, oh, 10x, 5x. Like, what if you just bought just Bitcoin? Does Bitcoin have another 5x in it in this bull run? I don't think so. Right? Are you willing to buy some altcoin that might have 5x potential, but also could get cut in half very easily? Right? There's so many things that go into that. What's your risk appetite? What's your time horizon? How actively are you going to be trading? There's so many questions. So many questions in so little time. I've been following your streams for a long time. Have to say, being against eating ass is the first thing I've disagreed with. Well, Scott, I'll leave all the ass eating to you, my friend. If I have any extra ass eating on my plate, I'm more than happy to pass that down your way. Okay. Really like how you see the markets, Mayne. Mad respect. Thank you, bro. Okay. Let's get back into the charts here. Man, catch a glimpse of your little piglets. You want to see my toes? Yeah, fucking weird. I don't want a tummy rub from you anymore, bro. I was thinking about it for a second there. No longer. All right, so what the fuck is all this? Okay. I mean, yeah, so Ethereum BTC, we're going to get rid of all this shit. Came up, you know, hit our level. We'd been talking about this area for a while. What is this? Right? This, you know, move up to 0.69, and now we're just kind of consolidating here. So, you know, we had our retest, came up, put in potentially a lower high, but this to me is just a big old consolidation here. Right? Oops. So if I'm looking at this, you know, kind of what I see is this. I think this is just like consolidating before another breakout, to be honest with you. Like, if the bull run is going to continue and we're going to see higher prices on Bitcoin, high prices on Ethereum, you know, I think the target is this. Once this breaks out, maybe we have another move down, but I ultimately think Ethereum, Bitcoin goes higher. So I am bullish overall on this chart. And, you know, we started these videos in April a year ago. And we were talking about being bullish on Ethereum down here, up into here. So we've been consistent with this just being a big uptrend in the making, right? And this has been our biggest move to the upside. I don't think that this just rolls over now. I'm in the camp of this being a higher low here and eventually another higher high. So I'm bullish on Ethereum, Bitcoin as well. Shorter term, you know, is a different story. I don't really have any price prediction for this short term right now. I think if you wanted to trade this thing, you've got a clear kind of resistance area right here that we're trading up into. So if this is able to trade a little higher, right, I think we'd come up and probably run these highs and up into this, right, the top of that kind of wedge and potentially as high as there. So what would this mean? This would mean there's a period of time where now Ethereum is going to be outperforming Bitcoin, right? So if we see another leg up across the board and this trades upwards, USD is going to outpace Bitcoin USD. That's what's represented in this chart. Okay. So, but yeah, overall, I'm bullish on this thing. I think this is just consolidating before another big move up, and I wouldn't worry about getting chopped up in this thing right now. I'd kind of wait and let it resolve itself. And I think that resolution is going to be to the upside. You do have some resistance here on the 3-day chart. Based on how long this has been consolidating, I would venture to say if we're able to get above this kind of 70 level, right, 0.07, flip this and hold above here, I think that would be the end of this, and that would lead to a big breakout here. So let's wait and see, right? Because that would give us a nice low, a high, higher low. And if we get above here, I think that will lead to the higher high. But right now, coming up into some res, so let's wait and see. But if you have questions on what this chart is and how to use it, go watch my altcoin series video where I cover this specific chart, and I do another one about other alt BTC ratios. I do see someone here. Is there any educational videos of yours? I've seen people use order blocks and breakers on Twitter, and I want to learn how to use them. Well, realize that they all learned those from me. I invented those, no one else. So they all owe me money and their undying loyalty to me. And the reason you can believe that is because I have a blue check mark and they don't. So who are you going to believe? Blue check mark guy or regular no blue check mark guy? Proof's in the pudding. But I have a video called Order Blocks. Type in Trader Mayne Order Blocks on YouTube. There's an entire video. It's about 20 minutes that I did on that exact topic. All right, so bullish overall on FBTC. We are into resistance here. Let's see what happens. But I do believe that this consolidation eventually results in upside expansion. I wouldn't worry about that too much yet, that this thing is just going to completely retrace. I'm still of the mindset that we are in like a giga uptrend here on this pair, and we had a huge move, right? How does price move, right? How does price move, right? Expansion, accumulation, right? Boom, expansion. That's what I think is going to happen. It's not always going to be just this, right? After a big move, price needs to consolidate, right? Even perfect example is right here, right? Big move up, consolidate, another move up, right? Big move down, consolidate, another move down. Price only moves 3 ways, right? It's either expanding, consolidating, right? Or expanding to the downside, right? So it's either in an uptrend, kind of a sideways consolidation, or a downtrend. That's it. There's not really any other way to look at it other than, okay, if we're believing that we're in an uptrend, I want to believe that this is accumulation before another leg up, right? If we're in a downtrend, you believe that, this is distribution, right, before another leg down, or accumulation of shorts, right? Whatever you want to fucking call it. Terminology does not really matter. Price is either going up, down, or sideways. That's all it can do. And right now, I believe it's going sideways before it goes up more. I think this is reaccumulation. Accumulation, expansion, reaccumulation, more expansion coming. That's kind of my high time frame thesis on FBTC. I could be absolutely fucking wrong, but we will find out soon, won't we? So cool. We're already about an hour and 10 minutes in. I think it's overall, been a decent stream from my first one back. I mean, I don't know. Look at the monthly chart. So yes, I understand that the weekly just closed as an SFP. Granted, but you're telling me that this is bearish? Like, this is not bearish. I don't care what anyone says. This is an insane monthly candle, and it's not bearish at all in my opinion. And we still have time to close the monthly as a break in market structure. So as much as the weekly chart might look bearish, right? Remember to zoom out and just realize what we just did on the high time frame here on both Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you're thinking either of these charts are bearish, I think you need to get your eyes checked. But yeah, that's just my opinion. You know, obviously, that's all I do in these streams. I give you guys my opinion, what I think about the charts. Whatever you want to do and whatever you decide is completely up to you. But sometimes you need to zoom out and realize that that one weekly swing failure pattern in the grand scheme of things might mean jack fucking shit. All right. So this chart on the monthly looks uber bullish to me. So I wouldn't worry too much. This looks like it wants to go to 100K in the next candle. So I wouldn't get too caught up in, oh, maybe we pull back a bit first. Because, you know, this looks like it wants to do one of these. And I hope it does, because then I'll be able to afford a lighting guy that I so desperately need. Okay. So, I think we have covered everything I want to cover. I know this might not have been the best stream ever, but it's my first one back. I think it just is going to take me a little bit of time to get back in the groove. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So let's end the video with some quick altcoin requests. So if you have some altcoins that you would like me to take a look at, please spam the chat now. Right now. All right, soundboard still works. Also, guys, I'm verified on Twitter now. 230,000 followers. YouTube, not verified, 21,000 subs. Let's pump those numbers up. Please like my videos, share them, subscribe on YouTube, leave likes on YouTube, share the videos on Twitter, stuff like that. I really want to grow the YouTube channel. This is like, I love trading. I don't need to trade anymore. I don't have to. If I don't want to, I wouldn't have to. I wouldn't have to post on Twitter. I wouldn't have to do any of that shit. I could just do all this shit in silence. I don't even need to do it at all. But I really enjoy making these videos. Like, this is like the highlight of my week. I love talking with you guys, interacting with you guys. I love creating the videos themselves. I've got a great editor now that I really like working with. And I genuinely enjoy these live streams, like genuinely. You know, I don't charge you guys anything for these. It's more just, you know, I like doing them. The fact that I'm able to get sponsors who want to, you know, help me put these on in order to, you know, share their platforms and things like that is a blessing. But go look at my YouTube channel. I was doing these videos for free for years because I like it. I really do. So please help me by, you know, using the links I leave in the description and by, you know, interacting and sharing these videos. It means a lot. All right, let's look at Solana because I know a lot of people love Solana. All the homies love Solana. All the homies love Sam. Look at this fucking chart. Oh my God. Imagine fading Sam. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Who's that guy who posted like at like $3 SOL and he's just like, sell me all your fucking SOL you want at $3 and fuck off? That's got to be one of the most goated fucking tweets of all time, because if you look at fucking this chart, that was literally like here. Like, oh my God, get wrecked. Less than a year ago. Oh my God, absolutely wrecked. Okay, so SOL. Super bullish on this chart. I would not be fading the Sam man. You know, let's see here. So we're coming up, right, basically into resistance here. I mean, fucking, is resistance even a thing with Solana? I mean, this chart is fucked. Look at this chart. But this is resistance, I guess. And, you know, looking at the 12-hour chart, this is kind of the range I would say that we're working with here, right? So any sort of dip, I think back into, you know, here. So I find a nice clean one. I don't like it. I'd say, yeah, any sort of dip back into here, I think is a giga buy. I don't know if we get it, right? It's all going to be dependent on Bitcoin and Ethereum. If Bitcoin and Ethereum decide they just want to go up from here, no deep pullback, you know, this shit's just going to go up as well. And it's going to make another all-time high. But if we get some sort of deeper correction on Bitcoin, let's say 52, 53K, and we get some sort of deeper correction on Ethereum, let's say 34 to 3,600, 170, right? This previous range high here, lower part of this 12-hour bullish range, run of this low, this is where I'm looking to, you know, long Solana, if given the opportunity. I don't know if it's going to come down there. I have no fucking clue. But if it does, that's where I'd like to buy the dip. Okay? You know, looking on the hourly here, just made a higher high, right? Here's your low. So you could argue that, you know, kind of a more low time frame setup here, right, would probably be, you know, a move back into here for another move up, right? I don't know if we come down here, but if we do, into here and potentially into the range high, that could be a long idea, you know, that you're working with here. There's a long way to go down within this 12-hour trend. I don't know if we're going to see 150 again. It is possible, but this could be some sort of kind of shorter time frame setup that could potentially play out here. I don't know. All right. Okay, what is the next coin we're going to look at here? Atom. Sure, we'll look at Atom. I think I'm in Atom. Get Atom. Get Atom. Okay. So I posted a chart on Atom. I mean, the reason I like Atom here, right, is because we're basically, you know, consolidating above the previous all-time high, right? So we had our previous all-time high here, right here. And we're consolidating right above it. So to me, that's generally bullish. You know, you've got this kind of downtrend line here that's been broken, and now we're consolidating. This looks like it's ready to rip. Assuming the rest of the market wants to go up, this looks like it wants to go up as well. So I like the look of Atom here, consolidating above previous all-time high. It looks like it's, you know, again, breaking out of this little downtrend, and it looks like this thing wants to turn up. The beats. I don't know what the fuck that was. Sorry, I just had a wire disconnect in my brain. Turn down for what is what I was thinking of, but then I said turn up, and I was trying to, you know, make that connection there, but not very smart. Verified on Twitter, but not very smart. But yeah, it looks like it's broken out of this little downtrend here. It's holding support, right? 3 kind of taps of the range low here, and it looks like this is going to be, you know, low, high, hopefully a higher low here. So I'm bullish on Atom. I think Atom looks good to, you know, run up into the 40s. So looks good. I like it. All right, you just asked for Atom and Sol. I just did those two. Okay, let's look at FTT, another Sam special. Yeah, so I mean, I don't even know when I drew this, but I drew this 3-day order block, obviously, right? Down candle before the up move that broke market structure. You want to buy the retest. So I don't even remember drawing that. It could have been a couple streams ago, but pretty Trader Mayne 101. there's your touch. We're already up 20% off of the order block. So this is bullish, right? This is exactly what I drew this for, is to see a retest here and a move up. I wish I knew when I do this, if it was the last stream or something like that, probably. Maybe it was a couple streams ago, but this is exactly what you want to see, right? There's your retest of the bullish order block. Now we're moving away. So that looks pretty good to me. Market structure here wise is bullish, right? Here's kind of your range. Again, similar to Sol, if we see some sort of pullback into here, I think it's a buy, but I don't know if we get it. It might just want to go from here. We already ran that low, so make a higher high above here. What is this? 64, and I think that's probably confirmation that we go even higher and break out of this range. But for now, just waiting and seeing. But yeah, came off that 3-day order block beautifully. This looks bullish for higher. A lot of alts look really good. Link, por favor. Sure, because I'm long Link. I mean, I already posted link chart on Twitter. I posted it on the Twitter. And I posted this exact setup, and it looks like it's going to play out. So I said, I think Link is ready for higher, right? Right here is when I posted it. I'm going to pull it up for the clout, for the gang. Okay. You ready to have your fucking mind blown? So, what do we have here? So we're trading at 30. I drew out the 12-hour order block. I said, I think we dip in here, and then we trade up to 36. Excuse me. Okay. Look what happened. Where am I and where are you? We dipped into the order block. Nice long hammer candle there, right? Nice long doji. And it looks like it wants to turn up. Let's see. Looks like this wants to go higher. So, you know, that could be an epic little call by Trader Mayne there. But yeah, I'm bullish on Link here. And it's doing exactly what I thought, right? I said, I think it's going to come back to that order block, and I think it's going to trade up. So bullish on Link up into there. That's the game plan. Assuming Bitcoin goes up and everything wants to go up from here, I think Link is going to have another Chad candle here. This looks like it's just putting in, you know, the starts of a nice real uptrend here. Low, high, low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Is this the higher low? Potentially. Let's wait and see. All right. All right, guys, I hope everyone enjoyed the video. I think I'm going to call it here. We're at 1 hour and 20 minutes. My first video in a while. Getting back into the groove of things still. But I'm feeling good. I'm happy to be home. I didn't catch COVID, thank God. I know a lot of people on the trip got really sick. So prayers out to all the homies who aren't feeling very well. But I managed to get away without getting sick. I'm just tired and jet lagged and still a little bit zonked from that whole scenario, but I'm happy to be home. I've never been so happy. I mean, I was having a blast in Dubai, don't get me wrong, but to get down at my desk and just kind of dig into the charts, that's how you know you love it, right? When I'm sitting on a boat, on a yacht, smoking hookah, and, you know, crushing beers with the boys, that's awesome. But, you know, coming back and getting in front of the charts, talking to you guys is honestly something that I enjoy a lot. So I appreciate all the support as always. I'm so happy to be home and getting back to posting on a more regular schedule. I will be uploading a altcoin video for Thursday. So we're back to our regular schedule. Stream on Sunday, altcoin video Thursday. So if you want a specific altcoin checked out, I will make a tweet about it, but feel free to leave comments in the description of this video of altcoins you'd like to see covered. I'll probably pick 2 or 3 and we'll go over them in Thursday's video. Please like the videos, comment, share them, retweet the tweets. It helps me out a lot. I really appreciate you, and you guys. I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Go enjoy the rest of football Sunday. If you're in America and if you're in the UK, go to bed. If you're in Europe, go to bed. It's probably late over there. All right. Love you guys so much. I will be back with another video on Thursday. Yeah, obviously lots of shit posts on Twitter and all that kind of stuff. Thank you, Delta. Appreciate you guys. Looking forward to work with you. That's all I got. I will have the condensed version of the stream up ASAP. Thanks.